Right. Today, my special guest on the Win Daily Show, I have Leanne Johnstone, affiliate marketing consultant. How are you today, Leanne?
Hi, Michael. I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me on your podcast.
Pleasure is all mine. You're the person that's been doing this for 15 years. I'm excited to get to chat with you about it. This should be a fun one. And yeah, man, that background, you might have the nicest department I've ever seen in a Zoom background.
Thank you very much.
So, Leanne, the first question I have for you is, what do you do every day to make sure that you're winning?
Wow. Okay. So for me, winning is not just about business, but it's also in my personal life as well. So one of the things that I really get a kick out of is helping other people to understand affiliate marketing and the strategy that sits behind affiliate marketing as well. So if I'm having a really good day, it's probably because I have spent some time teaching somebody else, whether it's somebody in my team or one of our clients, or even talking to a new person. I get a lot of LinkedIn outreach, a lot of people both in iGaming and outside of it. So I work across multiple sectors. And I suppose having done affiliate marketing for so long, one of the cool things that I have is a depth and breadth of understanding of how affiliate marketing works in lots of different sectors. And also in the iGaming sector, from bingo to daily fantasy through to poker. I've sort of done it all because I've been around so long. And so for me, a winning day is really when I get to engage with people and just talk a little bit more about the subject that I love.
Isn't that awesome? Everyone can do that, right? It's just you've been able to figure out a way to create a career around it. I congratulate you on that. That's fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you again. And I mean, as you said, you've been in this iGaming space for a very long time. I did not expect bingo to come up, but hey, look at that. You learn something new every day. And I totally agree with you. Helping someone learning, that's something that we're really, really passionate about here at Win Daily, is really just spreading positivity and helping people not just win money. Of course, we all want to win money, but at the same time, it's understanding how we did it and why we did it. So that way someone else can go, you can then teach that to somebody else, right? Then you can go and teach that to someone else, and then you can help them win money, and you can help them learn something new that day, which is always very important in spreading that message and that positivity. So one thing that I do want to touch upon a little bit is, what exactly is affiliate marketing? And you don't have to give us the whole, 40-minute rundown, but, definitely just give us a little understanding so that way everyone understands this conversation a little bit better.
I mean, to me, affiliate marketing, it's such a broad subject, as you said, and there are many different aspects of affiliate marketing. So you can be an affiliate where you're earning an income by referring other people's products and services, but you can also be an affiliate marketer, which is managing those affiliates in a way to do your acquisition strategy online and to, utilize performance marketing essentially as part of your digital mix. So affiliate marketing is really just the payment for performance or payment for customers being sent to you. And there are so many different commercial models that go with performance and affiliate marketing. I really could give you a 40-minute masterclass on it, but we only have so much on your podcast. But really for me, it's about working with a third-party partner to promote your business and then to pay them on the performance of their delivery. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely.
It can get very complex. It's a very, very specialist digital skill like SEO or like PPC. It takes a long time to learn the tools and the strategies that sit behind successful affiliate programs. And it also takes a very long time to become a successful affiliate. As you guys know, launching a website isn't enough. You have to have a marketing strategy that sits behind it. You need to be constantly looking at what's happening in the market around you. And I think affiliates are probably some of the most agile digital marketers that I've ever worked with in my sort of 20-year career in online marketing. And it's kind of why it's stuck, because I used to be a media planner buyer. So I understand how traffic is, created, generated, sourced, priced. And I think that's probably what makes me a pretty good affiliate marketer, because I understand that background. I understand what affiliates are going through every day in order to find those customers, engage those customers, keep those customers active and purchasing at multiple different, operators. That I sort of have the empathy, because I understand exactly how difficult it is to be an affiliate, and I now know how to manage them better. So I think to be a good affiliate marketer, experience is really how you get good at this job. It's not something that you can learn overnight. And working across multiple sectors actually makes you a much better affiliate marketer too, because you learn what's happening outside of your industry and you can apply it then much better in a practical sense in your own industry. So at the heart of affiliate marketing for me, it's all about customer engagement. It's about making sure that customers are getting the right offers, that they are being engaged, that they are being looked after, that they are being retained in terms of loyalty and customer satisfaction at the end of the day. And to me, it's just a really interesting part of the digital mix, you know?
To say the least. It's definitely, you tell me, but I've seen a lot more of affiliate marketing with the rise of digital influencers.
Mm.
Now, I'm sure this has happened, it's been going on for a while. Obviously, you've been in the space for, as you said, 15 to 20 years at this point. So I'm sure it happened a lot with companies like Win Daily, where you can go and sign up to DraftKings and FanDuel using our promo code. We get a kickback, you get a kickback, and they're happy because they now have a new customer. But now with influencers, I've seen it. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention before, but you tell me, have you seen it a lot more with influencers? And now, obviously the social media rise and boom and, whatever we want to call it here.
So to me, being an old school affiliate marketer, an influencer is a new iteration of what an affiliate once was. So, with different social platforms that have come into play, 10, 15 years ago, we had websites only, then we had mobile. Now we've got social platforms, and there's a new social platform that's coming alive every day. And there are all of these opportunities for you to become a brand, a personal brand, which is basically what an influencer is. So to me, an influencer is actually an affiliate, because they are monetizing their channel, their audience. They're influencing that audience to purchase or have experiences with brands that they resonate with and trust and do business with. And there's a whole ethical thing that comes out of being an influencer as well. So yeah, I mean, influencer is just the next iteration of what affiliate marketing once was, in my opinion. And it's a very, very interesting segment of your digital strategy. And I think a lot of people are still learning in that channel because it's so new and they don't really know, what are the rules and regulations? How do you manage an influencer? What kind of content do you put out? And there's a whole sort of digital stream that's coming through in that channel as well. So ultimately it boils down to brand, loyalty, customer engagement. So whether you're an influencer, affiliate, brand, whatever it is, those three sort of segments are always going to be the thing that drives your business forward.
I love it. And it's a great point. And that's why I did want to, I'm very excited to have you on, is understanding we've said it a couple times, iGaming space, as we've brought up, the DFS players, the poker websites as well. Again, bingo, didn't see that coming. So I guess in this space, what have you seen over your 15 years that either has worked really well or that you've seen really help, I guess, the space in general through affiliate marketing to really have these huge players like DraftKings, like FanDuel, acquire, significant number of customers, so that way people like us over here at Win Daily can exist?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest change that I've seen over the kind of almost 2 decades of being in the space is obviously data and intelligence, and then much stronger regulation in terms of how we market to customers, how we position the iGaming space as well. Because at the end of the day, we want customers to have a good experience, but we don't want to have people that are not playing safely, that are not doing this for enjoyment, like anything else, like going to a movie, like going down to your local sports bar, whatever your form of entertainment is. And I think, in the early days, there wasn't that much structure. There wasn't that much regulation. Whereas now we have very clear understanding of how we can market, who we need to market to. There's safety measures and controls in place. And businesses have become way more professional. And like any new industry, the early days are always going to be a little bit like the wild, wild west. But slowly the sort of the sector self-regulates itself. And I think that's the key thing that I've seen that's changed over the last 15 years is that, you have big affiliates that are now becoming publicly listed companies. They've got big legal teams that sit behind them that create their own terms and conditions in order to work with brands. This is becoming a very serious industry and it employs a lot of people. And on the flip side, whilst you might have, a cultural difference or a negative connotation, this industry actually provides jobs for thousands of people doing digital marketing, doing customer service, doing all the normal jobs that any other business does. And I think that's a good thing, and affiliate marketing itself, for me, the reason why it's so interesting right now is because anybody can be an affiliate. If you have a telephone or even a mobile or an iPad or a computer and you've got an internet connection, you can learn the skills that you need to learn in order to make an income. And how powerful is that in in the market today that anybody can actually make an income becoming an affiliate. It's not easy, don't get me
No.
wrong. I'm not saying that it's, you're going to hook up to the internet and start making money on the side, but there are skills that you can learn online. Some, a lot of free training, Coursera and Udemy and places like that, that can help you to actually learn the skills that you need in order to make an income. So does there actually need to be unemployment? If the next generation of Gen Z and all of these, new kids that are coming out and they're very internet savvy compared to how we were, 20 years ago, that's a really exciting time to live in. So, I want to see how our industry helps the next generation of people
Hmm.
to learn and to understand how to utilize all of these things safely, securely in a regulated environment.
Yes, I think those last couple parts, safe, secure, and regulated, I think is always necessary. And talking about regulation here specifically in the United States is, if anyone out there can't tell, Leanne might have an accent. Most of our people that will listen to this are based in the United States. So you are based in the UK, correct?
I'm based in the UK, but I was actually born in South Africa. So the accent that you're listening to is South African. I was born and bred in Cape Town, and I've lived in the UK for the last 18 years. So
So I clearly am not that great with accents, but that's okay. But you're based in the UK. And one thing, the reason why I wanted to bring that up was I think it's really interesting with sports betting and everything has been legal and fun and fantastic over in the UK for a much longer time than it has here in the United States. In the United States, it's only been the last, I think we're coming up May, May 16th, May 18th. It's about 2 years since sports betting and sports gambling have been allowed to be legal outside of Las Vegas. How have you been able to take working over there in the UK and working with a lot of these brands and these companies and now saying, all right, United States, like we can not quite copy and paste, but we have a template that we're able to now look at and understand and say, okay, this has worked over here. Now let's, see what we can do over here in the
I mean,
United
the
States.
one thing that the US has, which I think is really a plus point for you guys, is that you can learn from the mistakes that we've made here in Europe over the last 10, 12 years. Okay. So you've got a clean slate. You can decide, the federal government is deciding anyway how it's going to run in each state. And that also gives you a degree of personalization, which I think is great. And it is going to change the way that you are marketing to customers across your country because each state is literally a different country. And what that means is that, unfortunately for you guys, you have to be a little bit more smarter in the way that you market because there is no blanket approach that you can take to go and reach the masses. You literally have to be creating a marketing plan for each state that you want to be prominent in, and maybe that means you only take 2 or 3 states and you focus your efforts in all of those regions, but it also means that you're creating your own economies of scale because all the other brands are also competing in that space. So you need to be a lot cleverer than what we have had to be on our side. And on the flip side of that, you also have the benefit of history to learn. We didn't. We were making the history as we were going along, right? So we made a lot of mistakes. There were things like really bad affiliate program terms. Some companies even shut their affiliate programs because of their terms were so bad. And there's just so much that you can learn from us on this side that you can implement on your side to save a whole lot of heartache and kind of pain and money loss, really, just by getting the infrastructure correct. So I'm all about educating, as I said in the beginning, and the reason for that is because I want people in the US to use affiliate marketing to benefit their business, but also set it up correctly with the right building blocks so that there is no heartache and pain later on that you need to fix, which is currently what we've had to do here.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the interesting side of the conversation, with it being legal for so long or much longer over there in the UK and really in Europe in general. It seems like, that was one of the biggest pushes here in the United States. It looks like, well, hey, it's been legal over there. It's literally legal in a city, essentially in a state here in the United States. Why can't it be legal everywhere else? And I live in New Jersey, thankfully. So it was very quick. I was
Yeah.
able to download everything right away and start being able to use it. So with that in mind, how have you seen with the rise of mobile gaming, especially in the iGaming space? Obviously, now we can do DraftKings and FanDuel. I can get, you had the DFS, that was a little weird in the beginning, and then it was great, and then it was bad, and now it's back to being okay in some states. And now, obviously, with all these sports books that are popping up, how have you seen with the rise of mobile, the opportunities and the, I don't want to say ease because that doesn't seem like the right word, but the opportunities in the iGaming space with the rise of mobile, and now we can throw on top of, again, these sports books and these FanDuel's and DraftKings. How have you been able to take advantage of that as an affiliate marketer, and how much more opportunity is there for affiliate marketers to work with these types of companies?
Look, the biggest thing about affiliate marketing is that you need to be speaking to your audience. And with you having such tight localization, what I mean by localization is that step by state, you literally, um, I can only say this because I've been to the US. Like what happens in New Jersey is not the same as what happens in Nevada. Okay, they're two totally separate. It's almost like two separate countries. You have different sports teams that you focus on and are loyal to, different franchise bars. Like everything is different. Okay, so as a marketer, as a product owner, you need to be understanding your localized audience, and then you need to be targeting your messaging accordingly. So what I'm seeing at the moment is that brands are trying to take and really affiliates from Europe are entering into the US space, and they're not getting that localization, which is something that US based affiliates can actually take advantage of right now, because you understand the lingo, right? Like English in the UK is not the same as English in the States. It's just not. And it's the same for South Africa. English in South Africa is not the same as what it is here in the UK. So there's just the finer, if you can fine tune all of that and actually focus on all of that and focus on what your customer needs and wants, doesn't matter what platform you're on. Obviously mobile is a lot easier because everybody, has a mobile in their pocket. So how do you reach that client? I mean, there's really cool tools and apps that you can use now to build audience engagement, which is fantastic because you can also do point of sale advertising. So when your customer has their mobile phone in a certain location, you can shoot them a push notification and say, hey, have 5% off on us, or there's so much more that you can be doing, and I think now's the time to be looking at that, because audience engagement is what's going to make your business grow. It's going to make your customers loyal to you, and that's really what an affiliate brand needs to be doing. It's not just now about offering bonuses or additional services. It's about making your customer loyal to you first, and then to all of the operators that you want to engage them with.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I think mobile makes it a lot easier because you can obviously target. It's a lot. I'm not sure about pricing, but I think it's a little bit cheaper to get a kind of really strong mobile app in place than what it is to build a really, 25-page deep HTML website.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
think about all of these things and think about it in your marketing strategy, because I think you've got a new market, a relatively new market, might be a little bit competitive, but how do you break through that noise? That's really the one thing that I think affiliates are really good at, such as yourselves. You've built a brand around what you know, what you love, and you're helping your customers to enjoy that too. And I think that's the key message that I would want to give people.
I love it. That is fantastic. And then I guess, so it sounds like that's from the affiliate side. That's from the person trying to engage their brand, their audience. From the brand side, again, let's go back to like the DraftKings and FanDuel's. Does it make sense for them to allow pretty much anyone under the sun at that point to partner with their brand, and they all get a promo code? And like, at what point is it oversaturation, or is it, the more people that have a promo code, it's just the more opportunity for them?
Well, I think the whole point of affiliate marketing is to, you guys have a really good saying, the riches are in the niches. And that would be my strategy. If I was a US based operator, my strategy would be, how do I use, affiliates in the US to get right down into that location? Because my budget isn't going to stretch that far. I will never have a budget big enough as an operator to really get down to all of those little niches. And that's really what we want affiliates to do for us. So it really does depend on what the operator's overall strategy is, where they're spending their money, and how they're spending their money, which channels, TV, whatever it is that they're doing, and then utilizing their affiliate partner base to pick up the slack. So focus on the niche, focus on your customer, know your customer avatar very, very well. You'll always be able to deliver value to them. And clever affiliate marketers that work at operators will realize that, and they will want to build relationships with you.
Love it. That's good stuff. I love it. I love it. And then, so what do you see in the space moving forward? Again, specifically on the iGaming side, the sports betting side, the DFS side. What do you see? You've been here for a while. You've seen kind of the iterations from bingo to poker, DFS, sports gambling, especially here in the United States. Where do you see that moving, and how do you see affiliate marketing playing a huge role within that growth?
Well, I think we've spoken about it already. So affiliates are becoming brands. They're becoming influencers themselves, and they're starting to care about what their customers think about them. They're not just a portal between customer and operator anymore. They now have their own identities, their own services, their own models, their own, like you've got to win daily P cap on. There's probably 100 customers that are like trying to, get that cap as well. So, they're affiliating with their customer more than what they're just affiliating with an operator. So I think that's going to continue. I think, especially now with, economic times that might be a little bit, tricky in the months to come, affiliates are going to get a little bit more agile. They're going to kind of maybe look at their customer and think, well, how else can I monetize that customer? It's not only going to be about gaming. So I think you're going to see bundling of offers, which is something that used to happen 10 years back, but it might become a little bit more prominent again. Purely because we need to leverage what we have, right? Everybody's going to be looking under the bonnet of their business and going, what else can I do with these people? How else can I monetize this database? So I think, people are going to try new things. I think we're going to see a little innovation spurt happening, where everybody's looking to sort of see how they can, monetize their customers, their audiences a little bit better. But mostly I think you're going to see affiliates become more passionate about their brand.
Love it. That is fantastic. And then, so I guess with that in mind, what have you seen over the last, let's call it month and change, with obviously this worldwide pandemic? I don't want to spend too much time on this because we're trying to spread some positivity, but I want to understand you as an affiliate marketer and understanding that space. What have you seen in that area, again, especially looking at the, now with DFS and sports gambling, there's really not too much going on, but I've heard poker has been absolutely going crazy now. So what have you really seen in the iGaming space when it comes to affiliate marketing?
One word: esports.
Mm.
I think esports is going to now finally have its day. And I think people are going to start to understand how to really market to an esports player, because, and I have said this before, but there are two types of esports players. And I think this is the point that everybody's missing. There is the younger esports player that can actually play the sport professionally. That is a different target audience to somebody like my husband, for example, who's 40 plus, has a lot of money to spend on entertainment, but will never actually be able to play the game competitively because he's now too old. So how do you market to that customer versus the customer that's on the lower age scale bracket, and how, what sort of offers and incentives drive those two avatars? It's about really getting back down to those niches, right? So I think esports is very exciting. Poker will probably come back because it is an entertaining sport anyway. It kind of had its glory day about 10 years ago. I lived through that era too. But I think esports is probably going to be where the money's at. You're probably also going to start finding sports arbitrage happening on esports and betting exchanges. So maybe that's something to look at, or not.
What exactly do you mean by that?
Where, I think our terminology might be different to the US, but where you lay off the odds on different
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, that might make a surgence. I don't know. People are going to look at anything and everything to make money at this point. So I think esports is very interesting. It hasn't been monetized properly up until now. It's been a sort of, not a fad, but something that people are sort of teetering around the edge to understand how it's working, but nobody's really nailed it. I think if you look at the customer again and the two different types of customers that you have in esports, that's going to be interesting. So I would be looking at the esports space to expand if I was either an affiliate or an operator. And then kind of just, utilizing the other products that you have. Live casino, very entertaining here in Europe. I don't know if it's even available in the US yet, or if it's allowed yet. So all of those types of things. And I think a lot of social games. I think social games, social betting, all of that kind of stuff is going to be quite interesting right now.
It definitely is. And we've dove headfirst into esports to the point where one of our writers here has become top 25 in the world at Esports Daily Fantasy Sports, which is pretty incredible. He's just run crazy with it. And that's definitely something that we're focusing on more too, because we do believe, as you said, it's finally getting its day in the sun, and it's the only game in town at this point. It's on ESPN over here. It is everywhere on, the internet. Of course, it's always been, but now people like myself who, at 7:00 when I'm supposed to turn the Mets on, or I'm supposed to turn, a basketball game on, there's nothing. So now I go right to Twitch, or I go right to YouTube and just try and find something competitive going on. So this was great. Leanne Johnstone, thank you so much. Affiliate marketing consultant. Leanne, where can everyone find you on the internet?
At www.leannejohnstone.com. Super easy. Says what it does on the tin.
Love it. I'll put that in the show notes too. Thank you so much, Leanne. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It was lovely to chat with you.